What's going on? It's Go JJ Go, and y'all know this Forward Focus has always been about balance. We have been talking about balance all summer long. Summer is gone. In fact, we just got a crisp
breeze.
Do you remember the commercial? Santa packs are coming. There's a Coca-Cola. It's a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Come on, see that's how I know we in like a similar generation, because back in the day, before Black Friday, before school would let out, you would start seeing all the polar bear commercials. You would start hearing the packaging would change. It would just feel different in the city. Now we got a couple days of cold air, but we are still. You all have given us so much requests for entrepreneurs from the summertime. We are keeping it rolling through the fall. So you all have asked questions about how do I balance. I'm in Houston. How do I balance the things I want to do and the things I have to do? Bring us the experts on Forward Focus. Today we have Delorean. Y'all clap it up.
What's good, man?
You can't hear them, but they chanting.
Yeah, they back there.
We got like at least 2,000 people in studio. So for those who have never seen you, heard of you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Delorean, Mo City's own. I do hip hop.
Mo City.
Construction work. You know, I started my own carpentry business. A lot of people know me from Dicks by Delorean. And I got the accent walls going right now.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just trying to show cats that you don't have to just be stuck in the box with your hustle. We got to start creating our own currency.
And this is why we wanted you here as we round off our entrepreneur series, because most of you know Delorean as a lyricist, hip-hop artist. If you are in Houston, and if you are, let me see, unless you like maybe 10 years old, because the younger folk, you know what I'm saying? If you like a younger Gen Zer, maybe you don't know this man, but when you think of Houston legends, like there are very few conversations that don't include this man's name. In a time where Houston rap was so saturated, but you had so many people emerge. You had your Slim Thugs emerge. You have your Bun B. You had
way before me though.
They pioneers. They pioneers. So from that era where you had out the tapes out the trunk. So from that era, you still had a wave of rappers that were still lyricists, that were still hip hop, that still did it from the ground up. So they of course were groundbreaking, and then the wave of those hip hop legends that will follow right after them, Delorean is in that category. And so from I was gonna say millions, from hundreds of thousands of people in Houston that used to rap in your era, everybody used to rap back in the day. So from everybody that used to rap, Delorean actually was able to make a successful career, monetize it, go on tours, have successful projects. And now, even as a rapper that is still being paid for your gifting, your skill sets, now you are breaking into is it carpentry? Wait, is it carpenter? That's Jesus. How you say it? You're a carpenter.
If you want to put it in a box, you can say I'm a carpenter.
A carpenter. Okay, you know what? Let's not even put it into a box. So
what you think it is when you see it? What do you call it? Is it like art? Is it like
goodness,
art mixed with carpentry? Really?
It is all that.
Art. It's carpentry.
Oh, with the ART. Carpentry.
Hard.
Oh man, that's exclusive. That's an exclusive. Oh, y'all get an exclusive. So let me. This is a very important thing. So as we are rounding off the end of the year, a lot of y'all that's popping, whether you are in entertainment, whether you are known for doing one certain thing, a lot of people in Houston, we feel, I'm gonna put myself in the category, we feel like we too good to do some other stuff, because y'all know me. Y'all know me as an entertainer, as somebody that you've seen on the stage, as somebody that's a public figure. And so let's first get on, before we even get into the art and the carpentry, how do we dispel that? How do we get over being able to have another stream of revenue that doesn't contradict your image, your public persona?
I think it took a while for me to create that, because a lot of people think you have to be clean all the time to be an artist, to be a rapper, or in the limelight. So if you did anything that was like close to blue collar, it would seem like, oh,
like diminish your street cred, kinda.
Well, or just the fact that things might not be working out for him as an artist, so he has to do other things. They get that. It's like you have to be filthy rich rapping. If you're so good, the money will equate to how talented you are or the success that you have.
That's a myth.
Yeah, it's a myth, because there's a lot of great people that make great music that don't have Grammys, that are not million streams a year or whatever. But it was kind of hard to. I had to create that coolness and being dirty, or like, because what a lot of people don't realize in the future, carpentry, electricians, plumbing, these guys are going to be making over $100,000 a year.
Absolutely.
A robot won't be able to take these positions, and skill set and everything will have you ahead of the game, and having trades, having some type of any skill, you know, you're gonna be in good hands in the future.
So you were a part of you're a part of that wave of saying, hey, me. How can I say this? So y'all know, like, people glamorize rap and entertainment, right? So you're a part of that wave of saying, let's remove the cap. It is actually super dope to be able to still be this and be this at the same time, and be getting a lot of money from people don't know the glamorous stuff. Life, you're not doing a show every single day.
Yeah, it actually costs money to look good now. It costs to look like that. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? So if you're not, you have to start balancing it out, like you were talking about before. A lot of artists try to live off music they haven't made money off of. They live off the comments and the Five Flames. They think that equates to some type of money.
Wait a minute. Well, what about Six Flames?
Six Flames, that mean they might buy the single when it come out.
Okay, if they hit you with an extra flame, then they might buy. And then here's the thing: if they buy the single, you still only, depending on how your contract's set up, if you're not independent, Six Flames might equate to maybe.
They might start monetizing comments now.
They need to, because people can't feed their babies on Six Flames, right? So you're right. Yeah. So it's like you have you might have one entertainer or entrepreneur, you fill in the blank for what you do. You might be a baker. You fill in there. You might have a local bakery and it's popping, but you're too ashamed to, or there's a certain image that say, I can't also do a day job over here. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I got a day job in the pandemic, I was hiding off. I was doing this. I was like, man, what if somebody come up in the?
Why we hiding?
But let me tell you, because before the pandemic, I was hosting so many things. I ain't saying people was recognizing me. I'm just saying, like, every time
That's a hustler spirit. I think people, it's kind of attractive to me to see a hustle in people. Like, I don't like people who just lazy, stuck in one zone.
Right.
You know, you can't wait for tax season to do taxes. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So that is something like what you are trying to educate the people on, saying you can be this public figure, you can be amazing at something, you can be creative, but at the same time, you also can have a business that's actually blue collar, or that has nothing to do with your skill set.
Yeah, whatever you're good at. I think everybody's good at something, and I was doing carpentry for a while. My pops was building patios ever since I was a little kid. I had a patio in my backyard.
See, I was gonna ask you about that. I was gonna ask you how a billion record sold rapper is able to. How are you able to, like? Because you can't just say everybody that is creative go out and now you have a carpentry business.
Nah, everybody can't do carpentry, but I think everybody has a skill that they just need to discover that they're good at that's different from everybody else.
That they can monetize.
Because when I showed y'all my work, it was like, I think I've done something that y'all quite haven't seen before. And then when you see something, that's what we want. We've been designing that in fashion and clothes and music.
Yeah.
We want to see things we normally don't see.
Right, well, let's get into that, because it is not, it's no cap. I wish the camera was on when me and Derek, when we went to the Instagram, both of us said, dang, boy. Like, literally, we both was on the same pictures at the same time. We was like, you see the blue joint? You see the fireplace joint?
I've done all that myself, like just filming it, posting it. Like, it's just, people think it takes more people. It just takes persistent. I think I'm just persistent at what I'm doing and getting better, because it's other people that's way better than me making way more money.
Right.
But I'm just stay consistent posting, and they're like, oh, so when they think of doing something, it's like he must be successful. He's consistently doing this stuff.
And what type of services does your first of all, name of your business, and what type of services do you offer?
Dex by Delorean.
And if y'all start typing it in right now in y'all social media, I promise you, you won't even get the D out, and it's gonna pop up. Like, whatever favor he has on his life, both of us at the same time was going D-E, and then it popped up. We both just started laughing like, man, it's definitely, it's easy to find on social media. And what kind of services
I just have, I do patios, decks, you know, home extensions and stuff outside. I moved into indoors. I'm fireplace setups, you know, accent walls. I try to keep it simple. I don't want to do too much. I got other people I lead to those other things.
But you know what it made me feel like? So when I saw it, like the whole business made me feel like icing on the cake, right? Yeah. Like if 5 people have a house on the same block, how stuff can start feeling and looking the same. It stands out. Yeah. So it's like when you said it's a hybrid between art and carpentry. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, man, you could tell someone who is a creative, someone who is a writer. It's different from having someone who's more math and science versus someone who's more art to do these things. I could see it immediately.
It's 2 different brilliances, you know.
It's a different, and it felt like that. So this is why you would book him for Decks by Delorean. If there is you and all your friends, we in the season, we all getting houses, we on the gram, all of y'all's lead way to your living room. They all kind of
foyer, the entrance.
They look the same. Yeah. See, I didn't know how to say foyer because I don't have one. So thank you for because I was gonna say, but it makes you know I didn't know what that even meant.
The front door hallway.
Right. I was gonna say the pre-hallway. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna call it the pre. So I didn't know what it was. See, that's how you know he's a professional. He said the foyer. I ain't never heard that word. The foyer. So y'all have a 5-yay? That's my little joke, you know what I'm saying? I do a little. So you get in these homes, and y'all know social media is so booming. So you are an entrepreneur, you shoot some of your content at home, or even, I ain't gonna lie, just to cap, all your friends got houses, they don't have the dope accent wall, they don't have the cool piece. So y'all all have similar structures, but what he does is he come in, and for me, it looked like icing on the cake. Like he made it very customized to your energy, your vibe, your style, and it's not even, tell them the Instagram, because I need them to see this.
Decks by Delorean. DECKSBY Delorean, my name, DELOREAN.
Also, too, most of the pieces that we've seen, and we only was looking through the IG for like an hour, right? So the pieces that we've seen were all custom, and so you might, as a creative, you can't, you can't go to a regular company and just say, hey, I want you to turn the wall like this, do X, Y, Z. Now, they can do math and science for you, but a certain feel, a certain vibe, like you're gonna be able to do that too.
What's so crazy, I'm in the process of getting with a contractor, home builder, so when you buy the home, this will be an add-on to your
so you
home.
Next level.
It'll be built in when you get the home.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a black contractor I'm working with.
Right.
We getting the process ready so they can look at the format as they build a house and be like, oh, I want display A on this wall, you know.
This is the biggest thing about Decks by Delorean. Like the biggest thing, you cannot, you know how you talk to a group of girlfriends, you talk to a group of your friends, and they know exactly, like Randy could tell me, hey, I'm gonna do a blue pants, I'm gonna do this type of shirt, and I'm looking for a certain type of shoe. I would know what it's supposed to feel like, right? Just because I know her, I know the relationship and the energy. You bring like a personal touch and an energy that is different from somebody just putting a yellow wall. They could tell somebody, I want a yellow wall to come right here, but you capture like what they're acting, like the vibe. So how do you balance this booming company? You have a design, art, carpentry, home improvement company, and a booming rap career. You're a writer, father, personal. So
I don't go out. I ain't been out since pre-pandemic. I ain't done Sunday Fun Day in about 2 years.
Oh, that's a blessing. Ain't nothing out in Sunday Fun Day. It's a lot of spirits out there.
Like I step out. It might be my homeboy, my day 1A1 birthday. We'll step out or something, and I just feel out of pocket. But I really don't do anything extra. A lot of people like to go to bars at the end of the job.
Oh, that's draining.
Just a hole in the wall spot, whatever. I just have not been out, and I haven't been dating. So I've been probably I've been a real loser.
Hold on, wait a minute, because you was laying back and your waves was popping. Ladies, this the exclusives. That's a buzzer or something.
I'm looking for a wife, so if you ain't trying to get married,
wifey.
Like if you ain't trying to have the mind frame of building and see, a carpenter taught me a lot. I don't need no more entanglements. You know what I'm saying?
Lord,
I'm looking for
Jada in August showed us that goes south quick. Yeah, I just shook my, man, that was we ain't gonna get on that because I love everybody involved in that situation. It was just sad how it hit.
It's sad how it got out. Really.
How it hit, but That's what happened.
If the shoes had turned, though.
Oh my goodness.
Can we speak on that as if we gonna bring that up?
If that had
if a
turned,
man treated a woman like that,
it would be we would be picket signs for my wicked rhymes. That's Eminem. That's not me. That's an Eminem line. But yes. So okay. So you not much time for going out, ladies. He is single. It's always important to put it out there, but only if you have a subscription to 4 times for $49.99 for 2 years.
It is a special one though. She know who she is though. It's that special one. Yeah, babe, I'm gonna hit you as soon as I get over.
Hey, okay. Look, so
to clean that up, cause we all over the place.
Right. No, we all over the place. No, so it ain't. So you're not married.
Nah.
So he just don't have you just don't have a wife. But that don't mean he ain't dating and ain't special people. He gonna text her right when he gets to the car. All that. So for you to be able to balance, personal, what you're building, physically, what you're building, a company. Do you still have things going on with rap?
Definitely. I'm putting a project out at the end of this year, or early top. It's just, I'm learning so much. I'm learning what to put in projects, so I'm trying to make everyone just special, you know what I'm saying? Not just like, oh, let me put out a project because I know people ready to hear for some music.
Right.
So I'm gonna give them moments every time I put music out, and that's what I want it to be. I have to live a little to have these moments too.
Real quick, I just want to, we're gonna pause on Entrepreneur for creatives, music heads. What is it like to be a creative and say, because I know Kendrick went through this, a lot of artists talk about the pressure to put out something but not be inspired to put out something. So what's that balance between, I know y'all ain't had nothing from me in 2 years, I just don't feel like giving y'all nothing, and that seemed like that would be a rock in a hard place.
It does. It's a lot of pressure. Like
it's tough.
Especially the older you get, and when you put out stuff, it seems like it has to really make sense. Like you kissing 40 and you putting out music, it needs to really make sense that you even putting it out. Like you can't be like, well, this is what sells. Like, bro, you 40 years old.
Yeah, you can't do what you did when you first hit the scene, and whatever felt right for the scene.
It just get more important. That's why I feel like it should be more special. So me just put out a song because I, freestyle nice on it, I kind of hold back. I got a bunch of records. I just want to put out something that I feel like is meant for the moment.
Right. Oh, I'm trying to figure out that balance, because a lot of creatives that are in their upper 30s.
And that's when the mind of a man really gets going. Like this
that's where I'm going.
Yo,
that's where I'm going.
It's like as soon as we get old enough in knowledge in the game and get money, we be
now y'all
they
expired.
watch.
Now you
young culture called us watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now
but this when you have the dopest stuff to say.
We look up to a 19-year-old that just got a deal and they just run the game now. No offense, I love the youngsters. I was once a youngster.
We just talking about the metrics right now.
Balance where a 37, 38-year-old man who knows the game and has
I think this is why Jay-Z has so many seasons, because he was already in a position where people wanted the summer hit. They wanted the summer hit from him, but he had a mind of someone that was more developed. And when you get, I don't know if y'all cook, but when you have like leftovers and the seasoning be in the pot,
spaghetti tastes better than niggas.
Everything. Like, a pot roast. I want to age myself and say pot roast. I'ma say it.
I hate fresh spaghetti.
Everybody hates fresh spaghetti, but that's what it is when you get the newest, hottest, and nothing against the newest and the hottest, because it's a space for that. But this is where I'm going with this. That's why I had to derail a little bit, because I said, wait a minute, because even those flows that don't. I think that artists, creatives over 35, approaching 40, in 30s, creatives in their 30s, I think we feel like we overthink the things. You spit it and it was nice. Now we got to think, where does it fit in the world?
Yeah. And I have a seat old enough to listen to what I'm saying.
Come on.
I'm getting old.
It's different. But
getting better.
We getting better. However, it's still so much space for
creativity, because we used to be like an ice cream truck guy, wheels. We used to make up stuff that just be like, that ain't even real, but it sounds.
But it's fire.
Yeah, but now it seems like, okay, you need to say something that makes sense now. But like, come on.
We used to go more on what it felt like in the moment and not trying to be so responsible.
But we hate to think when we listen to music. We don't want to think. We want to just be free.
Correct. So that's a balance that you know, anybody that is a millennial that way, and you're creating and you hit these walls. I'm fortunate to be in all these rooms, right? I get to be in the young rooms and these older rooms kind of thing. And I get to go back and forth, and so that is something I've been thinking about myself, of like, oh, like I wish those that are on the older side of millennial and beyond would create more freely and not be overthinking the whole process, because we need it. And if it come out a fun, silly way that don't make sense, it used to come out fun, and it used to come out how it come out, and that was like blazing. Now it's like it comes out and we got to run it through all these
circuits, the same thing.
All these circuits.
But hip hop isn't even that old for us to be like studying it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We just now seeing what 45, 50-year-old rappers who ran the game are doing in the game.
Correct.
Rock and roll has 80-year-old artists that are always, they never watch, they're always being represented. It's not old music, it's new rock and roll. Yeah. But we just in the box that we put ourselves in. We are in the box. I'm a carpenter, you know what I'm saying? So.
A hip-hop question, and this is supposed to be a strictly entrepreneur. You can't have someone that is has done so much for hip-hop hearing me not get a couple questions off, right? So I couldn't even not. I said, let me just ask him these questions. The state of hip-hop with social media, is there room for records that you'll hear in 5 years and they still hit the same? Or is it more, have we shifted how we're enjoying hip-hop, or has the audience just shifted so it's okay if everything has shifted?
The way of making money off music is shifting. So now we have these TikToks and songs that are just, I think it just be for the moment, because if we hear something that was 3 months old, that was black, it was like, we don't get the same enjoyment anymore. It's something new, because it's so saturated. Something new would be the number one. Something new would be the trendy.
It used to be when artists were not so accessible, right? Derek, how long we been in this interview? 2 days? What we got? Because I'm a. You said it's a movie? Yeah. Oh, get to the movie. Oh, yeah. Get to the movie. Sorry, Randy, because we went into hip hop and I went somewhere else. We do remember when artists were not so accessible, and so when they had a single that came out, it would leak for the summer. Like you would be jamming that one song. It would be the big record for the summer, and it would be like you would remember. You could ask anybody when you were in ninth grade. You hear a song and think about the summer that song came out, the year and summer that song. You would know where you were when certain things dropped, like, and you could tell people's age by like, oh, I was freshman year in college. Nelly and St. Lunatic, like you could tell, or you go, like I'm talking about any form of rap, like even like it was more commercial by then, but I'm talking about way back when a record would come out, you would know. I was in 4th grade, and I remember I had to sneak to listen to it. That kind of I feel sad for hip hop, because that type of, I don't know where that kind of special feeling comes anymore. I think we need to have more moments in our life too that we can capture the year this song came out, because I can't just blame hip hop for because we get 20s fly by, 30s fly by, and the 34 feel like 32. Yeah, because we left it really moment, nothing really just happened in that moment in our life. Right. It's like we didn't graduate college in the 30s. We didn't. You make sense. So without having these moments, we're not having this. That's why from 13 to 18. Music is such targeted towards people who have moments like that. The college life, the music. Yo, you saying you speaking? I just got to point to you with both fingers, because the way you speaking, I never thought about that. Y'all, just hear me out. I know I'm getting excited during this interview. Listen, y'all, please hear me out. Every generation, when you are going through grade school, and especially high school, you can know when you were in 9th grade, you know what your song was. These are classic songs to you now. You know when you graduated, you know even when you first got a car. Like these are like different milestone moments. But like you were saying, really like 26 through, that's why I'm saying older artists, that's why I'm saying we need that content, because 26 through forever, You said 34 feels like 32.
Yeah. If nothing happened between them years,
you still it still feels that there's no moment. If you didn't get married, if certain things didn't happen. Let's talk about the next form of entertainment that you're getting into. Yeah. So you a movie star?
Most definitely.
I'm gonna say at the end where I'm gonna say you a movie star anywhere. I'm gonna say it there.
Entrepreneur.
Hey, you're entrepreneur. So movies. So are you doing a lot, or how did that come about?
Man,
was it a natural?
This into existence. Like, shout out my boy D-Rick from Rick Shop.
Hey, D-Rick, what's up?
He made the original Dirty Third movie decades ago. I want to say 2 decades ago. I'm sorry, but now it done been reshot with he done teamed up with Boomtown, 7 Kings.
Oh, it's a rap.
Entertainment,
Production
Young Chill. You know, so it looked like a good ass movie. I can't wait to come out. I was kind of squeezed in the movie though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm in a lot of scenes, but I don't say a lot of stuff. So
and hey, you doing better than most of us.
I'm the side, like Propane is like one of the leading actors. I'm like his sidekick, so I get to sit aside him in the movie. You know.
Right. You see more movies in your future?
I think so. You know, I ain't really get to break out of my improv like I wanted to because it wasn't my spot. I ain't want to keep messing up no scenes. So, but I really think I should get into movies and get into like acting. I've been wanting to do that since middle school. My father said I should have done that before music.
So you have carpentry, where you can.
How can we say it when we put art in there so people don't think we tripping? We trying to.
It's hard because of how the R is, but if you write it out, you can see the art.
I said it right the first time.
The first time you said you are what do you say, D?
I said it right though.
Art. He had art. He had a strong art in
carpentry.
Artentry. Art.
All right.
We're gonna roll back the footage, but it's art. So he has a business where. Give us the Instagram again.
Dex by Delorean, and also my music page is I Am Delorean. Is it? Or is it Delorean 281? It's Delorean 281.
It's Delorean 281.
I changed around 34 or 32. When I was around 34 or 32, I changed. That's why I don't remember.
And what's the Twitter? I am Delorean. So check it out. If you
No, the Twitter is I Am Delorean. Okay, yeah. Well, you done went to a new thing, baby. I'm sorry. I be on there, but I don't be on there.
This man's he's so busy running 5 businesses. That's why he got a whole team here.
I don't be on there.
So check it out. Give us the business page for the Dex.
Business page is Dex by Delorean.
So hit up that page for all your custom, whether it's your office, your studio, any property, rental property, anywhere that you want to make custom. And if you want to get on his hip-hop with him as well, too. Randy, what's his personal Instagram?
Delorean281.
All right, Delorean281 is his personal Instagram.
My assistant.
You got a whole. Hey, check this out. This man is a wealth of knowledge. Listen, for entrepreneurs, for anybody, it's a lot. We could go for 3 more hours with this man. Check it out. You want to follow him. You want to follow his career. You want to follow his creativity. All the above will bless your life. This has been your exclusive Forward Focus.
Peace.